quote-unquote, get the job done. The play went for 6 yards. Where he gets cut on Tuesday, most tight ends, would be if he faced that man up. If 59 comes head-to-head or tries to blow him up, and he tries to play patty cake with him and gets knocked 5 yards into the backfield, then you'd say, you don't belong on an NFL field.
Do you actually think Tim Tebow really wanted to hit that guy? Because, Skip, like I said, blocking, and I know people are like, well, he ran, he broke Emmitt Smith. Running with the football and blocking, moving a man against his will is two entirely different things. The question is, it's not about size. Tim Tebow is plenty big enough. Blocking is about leverage and angles. Creating a leverage and creating an angle and having the leverage to move someone. That's all he needs to do, Skip. But there are nuances. It's all about want to. When they asked me to move tight end, at the time that Dan Reeves asked me to move, Skip, I was about 212 pounds, maybe 213, 14. But at that point,
Tebow's probably 260.
Okay. Skip. And we used to do short motion, Skip, and the center would swim a nose guard. I would have to wham Joe Phillips, so I would have to wham one of the...
Like the nose.
Yeah. Skip, that's 300 pounds, 212.
Yeah.
But Dan would always tell me, he said, son, just don't stop your feet. Hit him as hard as you can. You're probably not going to win, but hey, we just need you to create a distraction, and the running back's going to hit the hole quick. And that's all he has to do, Skip. That doesn't look like he wants to. It looks like he's tipping.
As in tiptoeing.
Tiptoeing, yes.
I got it. Okay, to me, blocking is just like rebounding. In the end, it's some technique, some leverage, but in the end, it's just about your desire.
Yes.
Do you have the heart, the guts?
Yes.
The desire to do it. Do you want the ball worse than the other guy wants the ball, or do you want to get that man on the ground worse than he wants to make the tackle? So in the end, the one thing I wouldn't question about Tebow, I'd question technique, but I would not question his heart for it, because he was as physical a runner of the football, certainly at the quarterback position, as I have ever seen. He did not mind contact carrying the ball. Now, you could argue at age 34, he's going to mind contact of men who are big or bigger than, as big or bigger than he is. But I doubt it. I wouldn't dock him for that. Technique, yes. Guts, no.
Skip, as a guy that caught the ball and ran with it, I would much rather catch and run with it than block somebody. Because you have to...
You were not known for your blocking.
No, but you have to understand is that, no, I wasn't known, but it couldn't be a situation where I never got taken out of the game because of run blocking once I became a starter. Obviously, when I was moving around, they had Clarence Curry, Orson Mobley, guys that were more qualified to block, especially the younger. But as I got older, Dan's like, excuse me. Dan Reeves used to say, son, you're going to have to get better at blocking. He says, because it's a telltale. When we take you out, it's a run. We bring you in, it's a pass. We're going to have to be able to find a way to keep you on the field so they don't know run or pass. And Mike Shanahan told me once he got the job, he said, either you're going to do the job or we're going to find somebody else to do the job for you. But you won't be here.
Okay, so if you had been in Tebow's shoes, as you turn to make the block and you see him crashing up the line, you do what?
I'd have washed him down.
Washed him by doing what?
Just square him up.
Okay, but he's gone. You can't square him up. He's running away from you down the line.
But Skip, that's why they slide him in motion. That's why you normally, Skip, if you watch everybody the way they go in motion, we used to go in motion and we never squared our shoulders. Now, if you look at him coming in motion, he's sliding. He's square. So he can see. So once they snap the ball, he see him disappears, I go right along with him.
Okay.
If you watch Tebow, look, he's square, Skip.
Okay. Did he not chip him in the right direction? Did he not keep his momentum going the wrong way for him?
But see, that's what I'm saying, Skip. If he's going to, once he sees him wash, your job is to seal him. You put your left shoulder on and seal him. So that way, he can't spin back over the top. So you put your right shoulder on him, he could have spun back over the top.
Okay. He looked completely out of the play to me. When the play finished, he was quote-unquote blocked. Now, he blocked himself out of the play because he ran himself out of the play. But did he blow the play up? No. He had nothing to do with the play.
But Tebow has to look at it like this. If he were to make this roster and he's going to be asked to do this, guys like that aren't going to be playing. That's going to be Myles Garrett.
All right.
That's going to be proven guys. That's going to be Joey Bosa.
Okay, so what we didn't get to see was Myles Garrett stand his ground or come unblocked face-to-face, mask to mask, nose to nose with Tim Tebow, and then we'd see what was what.
Well,
right?
the thing, what D linemen, Skip, when they see people disappear, they know something's not right. Because first of all, oh, you're not gonna block me? Oh, so you're just gonna let me have a clear pass? So they're automatically, their intent is already up. So he's already thinking. And so the moment he sees the tackle disappear, he's looking, okay, who's coming? He sees Tebow, he's attacking right now. He ain't going that line, he's attacking right now.
Okay, but he didn't attack Tebow.
No,
I'm just saying, this guy, Curtis Weaver, I hate to even keep calling his name. He's the third-string Browns defensive end, so it's unfair because that's the stage of this game that Tebow was thrown into.
But that's what I'm saying, Skip. But this is where your technique comes into play because that's not going to be Curtis Weaver. Okay. Those are going to be Joey Bosa's or Myles Garrett, and that will get you.
You can't, quote-unquote, cut Tim Tebow for a play that got made, even if it was... It was awkwardly made. It was just bizarre because I don't know what Curtis Weaver was doing, and you don't either.
Hey, Jim, we got the other play? Can we run the other play that we show? This is what I'm talking about, Skip. Now, look at this. He's off the ball.
Yep.
What's that, Skip?
I don't know.
Oh, he has the cutoff. That's all he has to do. And he's already off the ball, Skip.
Okay.
Head down, man down. So now the guy, the guy
looks like he tried to block two guys.
No. That's his guy right there. The guy's head up. The guy's in what we call a seven. Is a seven. He's not a five. Now, five shade, I get that. That's a hard block. That's what J.J. Watt plays. That's what Aaron Donald. They play what we call five shades. I don't want to get too technical with that, but that's inside out. That guy's what we call a seven shade. He's not a cowboy. You know the cowboy front end, which is a wide nine.
It is.
This is what we call a seven shade. Slight outside out of the tight, slight outside of the tight end.
Okay. I do not believe that Urban Meyer, I told you this from day number one, moment number one on this show. I do not believe that Urban signed or brought back Tim Tebow at age 34 to be an every down tight end. I don't think you'll see it. I think it's subterfuge. I think it's sleight of hand. Excuse me. I think it's misdirection by Urban and Tim. I think they're keeping under wraps the Tebow package of plays that will feature him as an H-back sort of tight end moving into the backfield, where he might take some wildcat snaps. This is all on short yardage or goal line.
But I thought you said he was going to be like a Taysom Hill. But Taysom Hill play punt. He plays punt, punt return, kick return. He'll block, he'll throw a pass, he'll catch a pass, he'll run with the ball.
I never said he was exactly Taysom Hill because he can't run like Taysom Hill.
No, he doesn't have Taysom Hill speed, but Taysom Hill made the team, Skip, because of special teams, because of his willingness to tackle, to block.
Okay, how many special teams reps did Tebow take on Saturday? He took none. He played 16 plays, but it surprised me a little bit that none were special teams because I thought they might want to ease him into special teams just to show the rest of the roster he's paying his dues.
That's what I said. The exact same. So we must have been. Your ears must have been burning because I'm saying, hold on. How can you keep a third-string quarterback that's going to play 5-6 plays a game and he doesn't play special teams? Because Skip, the positions are valuable. You know, you only dress so many. Do I need an extra wide receiver? Do I need an extra run? Do I need a cornerback, an extra D lineman, extra offensive lineman? So, Skip, the positions are so valuable if he can't give me value on special teams because a lot of your backup wide receivers play special teams. Your backup linebackers play special teams. So if he's going to be the third stringer and he's going to be what we call a jack, do some of everything, Skip, he's going to have to play special teams.
Okay. So, did they feature tight end routes for Tebow at all? Did they show him? Did they throw him any 2 or 3 yard passes where you could say, "Let's just get him in the mix"?
I don't even, Skip. I don't really know. Darrell Bevel. When I think about it, how tight end centric is it? It's not like Kansas City. It's not like what they were in New England where the tight end was heavily featured. It's not like the West Coast where the tight end, you look at San Francisco, you look at Kansas City, and you look at some of these teams that run the West Coast offense and how heavily featured the tight end is. I don't know what their offense is, so I don't know how prominent the tight end would be featured. In urban systems, did the tight ends catch a lot of balls at Florida, at Ohio State? I don't think so.
Not to my knowledge. I don't remember him having star tight ends where they featured the tight end.
Other than Aaron Hernandez, but
he was more H-back. He would line up in the backfield sometimes. So we had a couple. We had one official target to Tebow. If we could see the 2 throws, I don't even know what to make of these. There's one that gets knocked down, batted at the line of scrimmage a little bit. Here's one that's
Yeah, that's not him. I mean, the ball got tipped.
Okay. The ball got tipped.
Yeah.
He got one hand on
Right.
it. Not sure what to make of that one. And then this is the
tip.
Here's the next one. This is Tavon Austin. It looks like this might have been intended for Tebow, who was open on the play. But Tavon, what are they both in the same? Somebody went the wrong way. Somebody ran the wrong route.
I thought at the beginning when Tebow's released, I thought it was a clear, and then they run the dagger. You know how some people skip. I run you out, and then we got the in-breaking route. But I thought Tebow looked back and saw Minshew step up. So he's like, well, I'm going to pull up. I'm wide open. I'm sitting in this hole. Well, if they got the route call, which is a clear dagger in behind, you got to keep going because the dagger is coming in behind you.
Yep,
so,
I'll buy that.
Like I said, without knowing Skip, that's what it looked like to me. If I'm just looking at it, I'm like, okay, Tebow got to clear. They come in with the in-breaking route, what we would call a dagger route in behind it.